Good morning, Thursday the 16th. Heading on out. I've been waiting for the Bear Mountain Zoo to open rather than take the detour. I figure, hey, if I'm going to be lazy, I might as well be all the way lazy. So I had a good night last night. So the middle lodge there is where I put up for the night. A little pricey, but worth it. Nice hot shower. Good meal last night at the inn. A good breakfast this morning at the inn. Real coffee. And yeah, now we're on our way. Don't know what the goal is today. We'll just see where our feet carry us. I'm thinking the Franciscan Spiritual Center or whatever it is called. I can't remember, but yeah, I might put up there for the night. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to time myself so I can get picked up in a reasonably easy area for my shuttle driver to get me. So it looks like it might be just short of Pauling. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the climb goes today. This is where we're heading now after the zoo is up that mountain. So I believe that's Anthony's Nose is what they call it. Anyway, yeah. It was pretty chilly when I went out to get my coffee and breakfast this morning. It's warmed up considerably since. I got my R1 on now, but it'll come off after I cross the bridge. I'm sure it'll be plenty windy there. And once I do that, I'll strip back down and do my climb. All right. We're moving along and moving on. All right, here we go across Bear Mountain Bridge. Moving on. A little noisy because there's no road traffic. Hudson River. I'd step on out, but the minute I do, we'll get sun glare. There's the view. Well, one last look. Well, I don't know if it's the last, but it's the last for right now. Bear Mountain. You can see the reflection up on top. That's where I was yesterday. All right, moving on. Oh, we made it. Out here in Anthony's Nose. It's going to add a mile and a half, or a mile and 2/10 to my day, but it was worth it. There's the bridge we crossed earlier. Bear Mountain in the distance. If you look, you can see the tower at the very top. That's where we were yesterday. And that's where we stayed last night, down here in Bear Mountain Inn. There's a lake we walked around, and the Hudson right below us. What a view. Let's give it another shot here, because I think this is a better view. That's the bridge across, the big one. That's Route 6, if I'm not mistaken. The Hudson River down below, Bear Mountain out in the distance. Train tracks. I don't know what island that is. Well, I don't even know if it's an island. Probably isn't. The mighty Hudson. Sorry for the glare. I can't help that. All the way on out. And we're moving on. I might have some fairly good timing here. Wait for it. Wait for it. There she is. We should get a blast of the horn here shortly. I don't think we're going to see any more than what we've seen. I nailed that one, didn't I? Oh, we will. There's a train goes right by the river. Right along the river, I should say. This is the train I've been listening to for the last 2 nights. There she is. All right, I'm gonna do like the train, get moving on. So we're plugging right along today. There have not been much in the way of views since Anthony's nose. Pretty much a walk through the woods, as they say. So if all works out right, and it looks like it's going to, it should be about an 8.5 mile day, which is much better than what I've been doing. The terrain is nothing like the beginning. Nothing. So that's good news. All right. Well, goal is Appalachian Trail Market. We'll pick up a couple things there, and then we'll go to the spiritual center and put up for the night. So put me in there about 4 to 6, somewhere in there. So yeah. Yep. It's not a bad day. Nice and cool, good wind, so you don't get overheated. But you do need to have a long sleeve shirt on. Yeah, today for sure. But hey, I'll take it. It's a beautiful day. I can't ask for more. We're moving on. So let's give you a little taste of what I'm talking about as far as what the trail is looking like. There's some color in the trees, but not very vibrant. Lots of oranges, yellows, and the oranges are few and far between. Dark orange, different story. Yeah. That's kind of what we've been looking at mostly. Ever since Anthony's nose, up and down, up and down. And there you have it, some color. All right, I gotta get moving on. Well, fairly certainly reached at least our food for the day point. I'm only fairly certain, I'm dead certain, because there it is. Well, getting dinner there for tonight, and then up the trail some more yet. Moving on. Well, we did make it to our destination. It looks to be let's see, it's 4/10 of a mile in here. 7, whatever. I think it's been like a 9-mile day. Much better than I've been doing, that's for darn sure. This is where we're putting up for the night. See the tent there? This is Graymoor Spiritual Center area. Unfortunately, the water's turned off. No shower. Of course, it'd be a cold shower anyway, and it's like 40 degrees. I don't think so. Sink is off. Spigot's off. It's been a desperate battle for bear bag hung with care. Yeah. It's been a desperate thing as far as water here, you know, anywhere along the trail. It's just been a fight the whole way. And you would think after that nor'easter, there'd been some streams at least running, but not so much. But there you have it. I do have a porta potty off in the distance there. Yay! Don't have to run for the trees at least. Well, there you have it. That's the end of the day. It wasn't tough. It was a good day. Most of the views were at the very beginning, and at the end of the day, it was just a walk in the woods. So, there you have it. Well, it comes as no surprise, but yeah, I'll be the only one out here tonight. It's pretty brisk out tonight. I think it's going to be a chilly one. But, my little home will take care of me. Well, Friday the 17th. Unfortunately, I'm going to end this hike. The water sources are just not there. And without water, you're kind of screwed. So, yeah. Sorry. Anyway, heading back to the market where I'm going to get picked up. That'll be into the end of this journey. We'll begin again. Trail is always going to be there, so I'm not complaining. We got some. See if we can show you this here. Again, this phone's giving me a headache. So anyway, yeah, heading back to the market where I'm going to get picked up. Get me a bite to eat, I suppose. Got pretty chilly last night, down to 34. And, well, that was the feels like. And it felt it. I wasn't cold or anything, but I could tell. So, into this section, much shorter than I anticipated, but given the weather and the circumstances with the water, that's not too surprising. So, there you have it. We'll be on once again where we picked up. We'll pick up where we left off. All right. Y'all have a great day.